What's cracking, beautiful creatures? Carl Asami here of Twin Opinion, here with
Max Kal.
And it's that time of year again, where people start putting pumpkin spice into goddamn everything. That means Halloween is right around the corner, and Halloween means horror movies, and we thought we'd, do a review for you.
What is that?
That? No, don't worry about it. I just found it moving around the fridge. I'm not sure what it is, but it tastes good though.
Moving around?
Don't get distracted by the food. We've got a movie to review, and that movie is The Stuff. The Stuff is a 1985 satirical horror film written and directed by Larry Cohen. Larry Cohen is a master of the B-movie, with a knack for sci-fi and horror. He's best known for writing Maniac Cop and Phone Booth, and for writing for TV shows such as The Fugitive and Columbo. The Stuff is probably one of his better remembered directorial efforts.
The movie opens with a man walking through a Snowden quarry. He comes across a mysterious substance erupting from the ground, so he does what anybody would do and begins to investigate.
So smooth. That tastes real good. Sweet.
What are you doing down there? Taking a leak?
He's not gonna tell that guy, but he'll tell this
Harry,
guy.
what are you doing? Eating snow?
Come on, give it a try. That's not snow. Try it.
What the hell is it?
You know, if this stuff keeps bubbling out of the ground like this, there might be enough of it here that we could sell to people.
And there you have it. In only 1 minute and 20 seconds, we've got the whole movie premise just laid out for us.
That's efficient script writing there.
In scene 2, we meet one of the main characters, Jason, played by Scott Bloom. After waking up to some nasty mosquito bites, he goes downstairs for a snack. He opens the fridge to a horrifying sight. Well, no wonder the kid's shocked. Just look at what they've stocked this fridge with. There's like no real food here. It's just a bunch of cheese and beer and crap.
You shouldn't be walking around here like this. What are you doing down here? I thought you were a burglar or something.
He thought somebody was robbing the fridge? Jason tells his dad the stuff was moving on its own, but of course, nobody believes children in horror movies, so he's sent back to his room. The next day, a group of executives are worried about the stuff hurting ice cream sales, so they decide to hire an industrial spy. Meet our other main character, former FBI agent Mo Rutherford, played by Michael Moriarty. He's a great character. He's like a charismatic Columbo that plays dumb, but he's actually smart as hell.
I don't think you're quite as dumb as you appear to be.
No one is as dumb as I appear to be.
Meanwhile, Jason's having trouble convincing his family that the stuff could be dangerous.
I'm telling you, it isn't good. It's spoiled.
Doesn't taste spoiled to me.
I love how everyone investigates the stuff in this movie just by eating it. No, a mysterious substance bubbling out of the ground. I should eat it. Oh, this food might be spoiled. I better eat it.
Mo interrupts a commercial shoot for the stuff. We also get to hear an awesome song that's just oozing with 80s flair.
Okay, I want wonderful smiles. You got that happy? Is it good? Okay. Now I want you to feed each...
Here, we meet the love interest and marketing director named Nicole, played by Andrea Markovici. Mo gains her trust by claiming he represents an oil company that needs her marketing know-how to improve their public image. He charms her with lines like these.
My limousine's just outside.
So's mine.
I bet mine's bigger than yours.
Jason has plans of his own and goes to the supermarket. He proceeds to flip out. Okay, it's not the best plan in the world, but at least he got it out of his system.
Shit.
Does the stuff need to be refrigerated or not? You're confusing me, movie!
Mo reaches out to the FDA worker who approved the stuff for the open market. It soon becomes clear that the man and his dog are addicted to the stuff. After Mo leaves, the dog nonchalantly attacks his owner, even casually pulling the plug on the phone. He then proceeds to puke the stuff onto his owner's face. Ugh.
The next day, Mo meets a gas station owner who's really proud of his refurbished bathroom.
There's nice clean restrooms out there if you want to. Well, don't you want to wash your hands or something? I put in a new towel.
They're interrupted by a mysterious car. Mo investigates as the gas station owner runs off. Then this happens.
You're Chocolate Chip Charlie.
Well, I sure as hell ain't the Kentucky Colonel. Get off!
Chocolate Chip Charlie was inspired by Famous Amos and is played by SNL alumni Garrett Morris. Charlie explains he's investigating the company that makes the stuff, as they managed to buy his cookie company out from under him by brainwashing a stockholder.
Yeah, those shits.
It's hard to emphasize just how awesome he is. He's the greatest.
Yeah, and I figured if there was a mafia front, I'd get back at them, expose them, and then get my company back.
We even named one of our pet rats after him.
And then they left this place here as a forwarding address.
A forwarding address?
Yeah.
Well, that's a post office.
It apparently takes them hours to walk across the street, as it's suddenly evening when they get inside. Despite the post office worker being uncooperative, they find out that the mail is being redirected to an address in Georgia. The state, not the country.
The post office worker excuses himself to the back, so Mo and Charlie work out their next move.
We snatch him.
Oh, now, Charlie, I run a high-tech operation. I don't go in for things like that.
We hit that sucker over the head.
Oh, well, we can do that.
Strange noises get their attention, so they try to follow the post office guy. We get a shot of the stuff making its getaway through a broken window.
They discover the body of the post office worker.
I hope you got a gun on you, Charlie.
How many times must I tell you my hands are lethal weapon?
We love you, Charlie.
Our heroes make their way through the window, but Charlie's chocolate chip senses start tingling. 4 armed men are following them, so they make a break for it, but are soon forced to fight. Luckily, this guy helps them escape by pushing the boat.
Mo and Charlie split up. The conspiracy continues as poor Mo almost gets run down. He confronts the owner of the company that distributes the stuff. When things go south, Mo threatens the guy.
I could always kill you.
Well, you could come to work for me.
I should try that at my next job interview. Mo finally comes clean to Nicole, who feels guilty for making the stuff so popular. They then read a newspaper article about Jason flipping out at the supermarket, so Mo decides to meet the kid. Jason is stuck in his room, as he's been grounded for his bad behavior.
But he goes downstairs to check on his family, who are gathered around the TV.
Jason's family tries to coax him into eating the stuff.
Jason, I mean, there's something alive in yogurt. It's called benign bacteria.
Yes.
I mean, there's something alive in a loaf of bread. It's yeast. I mean, that's a living organism.
There's living things in a pile of crap. That doesn't mean you should eat it.
Now, you stay in your room until you finish that. Then you can become a part of the family again.
Our dad used to say the same thing when we wouldn't eat our vegetables.
When that fails, they try to force the stuff on him.
Jason pours the stuff down the toilet, but it tries to escape. That's it? Chipotle and Taco Bell fights way harder than that.
Jason tricks his family by replacing the stuff with shaving cream and eats that instead. They soon realize they've been tricked and give chase.
Luckily, Mo comes just in time. Jason pukes in his car, which gets this response.
I mean,
That's
I just ate shaving cream.
Well, everybody has to eat shaving cream once in a while.
Word. They meet Nicole in an airport and head out to the address in Georgia. Mo and Nicole go to a factory where the stuff comes from, under the guise of marketing business, leaving Jason behind. Unfortunately, post office guy attacks the pilot and fills the plane with the stuff. But Jason escapes, and for some reason, no one chases after him.
Mo and Nicole start touring the factory, but are forbidden to see where the stuff is actually mixed. Jason somehow walks to the factory, even though Nicole and Mo had to drive there. But factory workers start arriving, so Jason puts himself in danger by hiding inside a tanker. What did you think was gonna happen?
As Mo and Nicole are sent to a hotel, we get to see another commercial for the stuff.
How's the food, sweetheart? That's nice.
Where's the stuff?
Wow, a cameo from Where's the Beef Lady, Clara Peller. In case you don't know, Where's the Beef Lady comes from a popular Wendy's ad campaign in the 80s. She became a huge meme without help of the internet. This movie just keeps on giving.
Mo and Nicole try to get some sleep when Mo is suddenly attacked by the stuff. Nicole springs into action with a logical plan, by setting Mo's face on fire. Somehow it works, but then some dude attacks Mo. Mo throws the man off of him, who is then attacked by the stuff. Apparently they filmed this scene with the same rotating room that was used in the Friday the 13th movie. Kinda cool.
Since fire worked before, Mo tries it again and transforms into the stuntman. It can scream. Our heroes steal the dead guy's truck to escape.
What if somebody reports the truck stolen and then we're arrested?
Why don't we just tell them that fella tried to kill us?
Well then, case dismissed. They head back to the factory and spot the trucker carrying Jason. They follow it.
Exciting.
Riveting.
What the hell are they doing?
That stuff comes right out of the center of the earth. And straight into our supermarkets.
Did you hear that? It comes right out of the earth and right into the supermarkets.
Isn't that where most real food comes from?
You mean they don't process it or manufacture it at all?
Those monsters.
Mo disguises himself and grabs some bombs. Apparently he's just been carrying bombs this whole time.
You look kind of cute in this thing.
Yeah?
April O'Neil wore it better.
Mo starts planting bombs everywhere. Jason gets attacked by a shoddy green screen effect, but luckily Mo hears him and steals the tanker. He sets off the bombs and buries the stuff in rubble. Jason is still in danger though.
You want me to do what you made the rest of my family do? No!
No! That's the stuff! No! Nicole reaches the rendezvous point but is attacked by post office guy. They don't see eye to eye, but he doesn't have a leg to stand on, as the stuff really went to his head. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not punny enough for you?
Mo saves Jason and the group drives off. And then there's this completely pointless scene where they get pulled over by a cop.
You gonna arrest me for indecent exposure?
They trick the cop into eating the stuff, Mo judo chops the guy, and they leave. Like I said, completely pointless. But luckily, the next scene is absolutely crucial to the film. They drive to a castle and are ambushed by the army. Mo brought us here because he knows of the colonel who runs this castle, Colonel Spears, played by Paul Sorvino. Colonel Spears is a Clusay communist-hating conspiracy nut. In a bizarre scene, Mo says that he has secret tapes of the colonel arranging to have sex with a 17-year-old girl, but he assures the colonel that he won't blackmail him because his country needs him.
The FBI, they always worried about commies getting these deep cover agents and putting them into high positions in American industry. Then they'd acquire a corporation, right? And then they'd establish themselves, and they'd work on us from within, right inside it. Get inside our insides and get us from the inside. Get it.
Sounds like one of my radio speeches a year ago last Thanksgiving.
I want to hear that speech.
So the colonel agrees to launch a full-scale attack on an American factory based on nothing but Mo's word without communicating anything with his superiors.
Ah, see? I told you that the castle scene had a point.
The music they play for this sequence is awesomely cheesy.
Doesn't matter if they are armed. There is no match for the American boy. We have never lost a war.
What about Nam, sir?
We lost that war at home, Sonny.
The colonel's wrong on this one.
Whoa, Carl. We agreed, no politics.
No, I can't let something this stupid slide, okay? Technically, we never declared war in Vietnam. It was a conflict.
A little further up, they discover the bodies of the factory workers, who appear to have taken their own lives.
They took their own lives. Commie bastards, you cheated me.
In Soviet Russia, you kill you.
No white stuff in this son of a bitch.
Whatever was inside of them must have just taken off.
You know, they never once explained the rules as to when the stuff can move on its own and when it can't. Maybe it's just lazy.
Come over here, boy. Come on, move. You think with these guns you got in your hands, you think you can shoot anything you don't like?
Second Amendment says I can.
Well, what if what you don't like is inside you? How are you gonna shoot it?
Philosophy. My only weakness.
Nicole and Jason try to leave the facility when they are attacked by a green screen effect. Everyone escapes outside, and it is decided that they go to the radio station owned by Colonel Spears to broadcast a warning message to the American people. I love how this is the backup plan, while attacking the factory was the primary one. Colonel Spears is a true American.
What is this, World War III?
Just get us to 4th and Main right away. No more of your liberal remarks.
They reach the radio station and start planning their broadcast when something amazing happens.
Get these stone tools out of my way before I'm forced to lay them on the whiff. Get out of the way. Don't you know who I am? I am Chocolate Chip Charlie. My hands are registered with the Midland, Georgia police as lethal weapons, and I eat them guns for breakfast.
They just let him through because he's Chocolate Chip Charlie.
How could you not love this guy?
I will permit this colored man to speak, but speak one word of the Commie Party line. I will blow his head off.
That was a rhetorical question. Nicole and Charlie move to the recording booth to refine the broadcasting script. Charlie claims he knows what happens to people when the stuff comes out of them. Nicole asks him to elaborate.
Charlie, are you all right? What's the matter? Charlie, let go! Oh, God! Charlie!
He's gone. Chocolate Chip Charlie is gone. They managed to broadcast their warning over the radio, but will the public believe such an outrageous story?
Violent action has been taken against the stores and franchises that carry the stuff.
Well, that was easy.
We take recalls in America very seriously. There's only one thing left to do. Mo confronts the old guy from before, only to find he's teamed up with the ice cream people to rebrand the stuff as the Taste. There's some poetic justice here, as Mo and Jason force them to eat the stuff at gunpoint.
Are you eating it? Or is it eating you?
There's the tagline.
Mo and Jason leave as the police sirens move in. It's all over now, right?
The stuff is awesome. It mixes good social commentary with a good dose of humor and a tiny slice of horror accumulating in a fun movie experience.
Unfortunately, the stuff confused distributors who wanted a straight-up horror film. This resulted in misleading trailers that ruined audience expectations and led to mixed reactions. It did garner good reviews in New York, though.
The day the stuff opened in New York, a hurricane hit and the newspapers were not delivered. Of course, we received all these great reviews, but it didn't matter because nobody ever got to read a single word of them.
It's since gained a strong cult following, and it deserves it. Michael Moriarty gives an excellent subtle performance that leads to a lot of laughs, and the supporting cast is strong. Make no mistake, this is a satirical B-movie. If you go into it wanting a true horror experience, you'll be sorely disappointed. But if you want to make fun and laugh at a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, this is a great choice. Well, I hope you've learned to stay safe this Halloween and to stay away from the overly processed food. Now, if you'll excuse us, we got a bag of candy to eat.
Say, what happened to the stuff that you had earlier?
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Twin Opinion cares about your opinion, and your participation keeps us alive. So share your comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. You can also find Twin Opinion on Facebook or visit our website at asamiarrow.com.